Welcome to Amateur Decorating Like a Pro. I am Catherine.
It's called the Cricut Joy, and look how tiny it is, guys. But boy, can it work. So let's go to work.
The Cricut Joy is a smart cutting machine, and it's my very first Cricut product. It has its very own blade and housing, a fine point pen, smart grip pad, welcome card, the adapter. You just plug it in and the power comes on. You can switch out the blade to a pen with just a flick of the switch. And also, guys, you get a free trial membership to Cricut Access. You also will be able to see 50 ready-to-make projects online and select and modify them to your taste. So you're worried about making mistakes because it's your first Cricut? Don't worry about it. There are materials for a practice cut inside the box. All you need is a cell phone, a computer, or an iPad and your internet service, and you are ready to create. It only took a couple of minutes to get connected. I followed the instructions in the booklet for Cricut.com setup, and guys, I was connected and ready to start designing. My husband loves to give me greeting cards, and he's been out of town for a couple of days. I am so happy that I found one that says, "You are the missing piece." And here we are creating it, and it will be on his nightstand when he gets back. I love this card. They've made this process so easy for printing a card. On the card mat, there are actual pictures, a demonstration of how to lay your card. You insert your card like into the mat with the cover of the card on top of the adhesive cover that holds it in place, guys. So when it's going into the Cricut Joy and moving in and out doing this printing, the card stays in place because of the adhesive on top of the card mat. I love it. Like I said, this is my first Cricut, so I'm really excited about all the little details. Now for this card, I'm using the pen and the blade, so I had to switch out. For this card, I removed the pen and put the blade back in. This is the perfect graduation card. Congratulations on your cool hat. Yes, let's get started on these graduation cards. All of the mats come with a protective cover, so make sure you reapply them when you're done with your project. It protects the adhesive from dust. This is easy. You select your font, your materials, you load, you print, you unload. Just follow the instructions on your device. I have these vintage hat boxes that I've had for a long time, and inside are goals and prayers, just visions that I have for myself and my family, journals where I've taken to church and taken notes and filled them up and then moved on to the next one. Photos, family photos from my grandmother and my mom. So they're like keepsakes. I want to label these boxes with a very large font. I started out with silver, then I switched to white. These are both the permanent vinyls, guys. So that doesn't mean you can't go back and paint them or do wallpaper or whatever you decide to do. But I really love the fact that I could create large fonts on this tiny little machine. This machine is so smart that even though you know the measurements and I know the item that I'm going to place the vinyl on, I know how big it is, the machine makes sure that you have enough vinyl to do the project. So it pulls it through once and then it pushes it back out so you can get started with your design. I love that. Now listen, I could have made 20 feet of vinyl letters at 5 inches tall each. That's enough to make a gorgeous banner. I did a search for Greek key designs and I was surprised at all of the choices that came up, guys. It was amazing. I was able to save one that I really like in a file on my iPad. You get the option of saving files, so I did save a few out there. The one that I chose to work with in the dining room for the table is a little bit smaller and a little more daintier, for lack of a better word. So I decided to use this one. It had the circle in it. It reminds me of these medicine jars that I normally would have on the mantle in the living room. So let's go ahead and put together this design. In this project, I am using removable vinyl on my placemats because that way I can just peel it off and do something else a little bit later. I also would have liked to have had permanent, but the stores were sold out. I wanted to get this done. You know, I'm a lover of blue. That's like my blood color. So I just wanted to see this on the table, guys. But I did find this smaller size that matched the medicine jars that you're going to see in just a little bit. The words on the screen on the top right hand corner of my iPad are home, canvas, and make. And once I press make, it starts to take action. It walks me through the steps for printing out the vinyl. And all I have to do is do what it says. I know I am saying the word printing when I should be saying cutting. I know it's going to take some time for me to adapt to the language of the Cricut world. The next step is to apply transfer tape on top of my designs and then apply them to my placemat. I love being creative and I love seeing other people be creative as well. I'm so excited about having this machine. I want to share the joy, literally. So I have just decided I want to sponsor a Cricut Joy giveaway. One of my subscribers is going to win one of them. Let me tell you the qualifications. You have to live in the United States. You must be a subscriber. You must follow me on Instagram. You must leave a comment that moms are creative. The contest ends on May the 7th, 2021. A winner will be announced on May the 9th, 2021. Yes, that's Mother's Day. I am so excited. I would love for the winner to get this machine, do something creative, send me an email, and let me know what you've made, even pictures. I'm just excited to see the possibilities come out of someone else. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to present my very expensive, high-end placemats, courtesy of the Cricut Joy. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous! Now, because I turned the last medallion around so the circle would overlap the previous one, I came up a little bit short. The measurements were right, but I did this flip, and that's why there's more space at the top of the placemat, or the bottom of the placemat, whichever way I choose to lay it. Say hello to my very expensive Dollar Tree glass salad plate. The adhesive on this vinyl is perfection. It adhered perfectly to the chalk paint on this wooden box. Now, you know, a few months ago I built this box, and I love sitting our table for two, even though it can seat up to 8 people. That way it doesn't feel so big, with the centerpiece being this long floor box and being able to put a long runner on it. It just shrinks it down for a more intimate dinner. Try that tip.
I absolutely love it. If you've never had one before and you want to start out with something small and compact, doesn't take up a lot of space, but you also want to just explore decorating possibilities with it, win. And guys, guess what? It gives you the feeling that you own all of the larger ones and you are the massive producer of all of these major designs, just like the bigger ones. You're able to connect it to your iPad, your iPhone, or your computer.
And just briefly, I wanted to share some of the supplies that I received. I received the tote bag. It's in excellent quality, guys. There are pockets on the inside of the bag for the machine, extra pins, the cords. You can also put one of your mats in the very back on the outside of the bag. supplies. You can purchase those at Michael's, Joann's, or online. And I've already been shopping, as you can see. The Easy Press is easy to use. There is a heat guide online which you can put on your devices. It helps you to select the right temperature based upon the fabric and the type of machine that you are using. I found that to be very helpful when I was making my t-shirt. If you're not a subscriber, please consider doing so today. And remember to turn on your notifications so you don't miss a single video. Thanks a lot for watching, and as always, stay in prayer and stay creative. Happy Mother's Day.